There's more new stuff to find. We had our fortune told. We found the workshop. We checked the car keys, the code check. And, well, there's just a whole lot going on in this game that I still don't understand yet. We're making progress towards deciphering the sketch message. We're very close to having it. But, yeah, there's still a lot to do. All right, so goals for today. As always, build new rooms, get deep, collect and amass gems and keys and all that good stuff. But also, I've been missing this upgrade disc, so I don't know where it shows up, but we've been missing it. And I realized I haven't been paying close enough attention to find out where there are sockets for the broken levers. So we've only found one socket so far, and we need to find more. We need to be examining rooms for that, as well as for this upgrade disc that I've missed multiple times. All right, so we picked up our allowance, 5 gold coins. That's a good start. I do have this sucker set up and ready to go. So we want to get this room, rank 3, room 5. Rank 3, room 4 is the foundation. So as far as I can tell, unless we can get down that elevator and there's some sketches down there, there's no way to get this value. But it looks like we definitely want to move up the east wing. We also want to move up the west wing because we have the car keys and the code check. And we'd like to build the garage, which has to be on the west wing. We'd like to build the code check to get those keys back. And we'd like to build the breaker room to turn the power on in the garage. So lots of stuff we'd like to do today. I am going to start by heading out to the outside room, which burns a few steps, as we learned yesterday, but lets us get a room set up early that may give us a benefit for the entire run. Let's see what choices we get today. All right, Root Cellar Schoolhouse Trading Post. Schoolhouse adds 8 classrooms to today's draft pool. Okay. Root Cellar's interesting, but depends on us finding the shovel, which is pretty rare. I've only seen it twice so far. Trading Post, I do have 5 gold, but I'm not sure how this works. I think you might have to trade an item for an item. Schoolhouse I've never seen before, so we're going to build this and check this out. And it looks like the mansion's going to become a school with all these classrooms to draft. All right, let's head inside and take a look around. All right. Long before Reddington Elementary was opened, school convened in a single small building. As the student body grew over the years, the need for separate classrooms for each grade arose, and the Mount Holly Schoolhouse was officially closed down. All right. So there's a pile of dirt. Again, we don't have the shovel. Let's look around for any items and also keep an eye out for potentially something to... Oh, now here we go. Herbie. Herbie. So Herbert Sinclair, the great uncle who left us the estate in his bequest, presumably sat in this chair and carved his name into the desk. What a naughty boy. What else can we find in here? Anything? Anything on the back of the blackboard? Doesn't look like it. Can I take a piece of chalk? No. Yeah, so not a lot here. We do have some documents, which is good. We'll check those out in a second. Oh, look at this. Now that is fascinating. Because the last time we turned on one of these on, it came from this same location, the outer room. Maybe, oh, that turned on 2. That turned on both. Okay, so maybe that's a permanent thing. Okay, we've got 2 lights lit up. That's good, I guess. I wish I had the magnifying glass, but I don't. Let's see whether these documents require it. All right, closing address. For the last 38 years, it has been my pleasure of serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. And meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spent our afternoons here will readily admit we are reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Epson, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention in my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she's done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision. Vision that I dared not even dream. The dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Mrs. Peterson, our future principal, and my reluctant successor, who, I might add, forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserves much more, I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps in building Reddington yet another school, and for also allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through his halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. Those here whose parents before them I have also taught and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace, and yet, what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow demerits upon? Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me, and if I am still standing in 8 months, I will see you all at the slightly less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. And then in handwritten letters, better joke to end, question mark? Remember to give Mrs. Peterson her gift. Okay, so a couple of folks were mentioned here. Lady Epson, who died in like 1938 or something. We have another note about her. Apparently, I'm not sure who that was. Because Sinclair is the Baron, and presumably that name follows male inheritance back through time? I mean, I'm guessing about that. So I don't know who this Lady Epson is. We've seen 2 mentions of her. Mrs. Peterson is the new teacher, replacing whoever wrote this. And there was a gift somewhere? Okay. So, I've examined this place for items, I've looked at clues, I've turned on the gas here, which lit up the blue flames. I don't see anything that could be construed as a slot for a broken lever. So I think we're done here. Let's get out. And that's the only thing on this side of the... Well, was there something else over here? I can't remember. Right, we can't cross this. There's no bridge here, so we can't cross up to the east, the rest of the west wing from here. We can get out here. Oh, I remember now. So if we build the garage, I think that plank gets moved here so we can cross. But it seems like we can't go there now. All right, fair enough. Let's go check out the blue lights. I don't think anything will have changed. It seems like you probably need 4 lights to be lit. But let's see. Yeah, nothing has changed here. Just the two things for some reason. Oh, you know what? That shape is part of the crest, isn't it? It's on the door. It's on the door inside. The shape of that mountain in the background, I think, is important. I'm not sure how or why, but I think it is. There's some birds. Very unusual to see anything moving in the game. Living things are pretty rare. All right, let's hop back inside and start our day of drafting. We're gonna have a lot of classrooms, and I probably should build them anytime I find them, I guess. We're down 6 steps already, but that's the price for going outside. All right, so I want the letter for this room. I don't know if I've checked carefully. Is there anything like a broken lever slot here in the entrance hall? Doesn't look like it. All right, so what do we want to do? Do we want to go... We want to go east or west first. We would like to get this clue, and we'd also like to go up the west wing to build the garage if possible. All right, well, let's start here. Let's see what we get. All right, so we've got the spare room, the corridor, or the library. Discover less common floor plans while drafting in the library. And we can request a book. I think we'll go library here. All right, so let's take a careful look around. We know that this is our ability to request a book on a future day. We didn't find an item here last time. I don't know that I was looking for a broken lever slot. I probably was not. But I don't see anything like that in here. At least not on this floor. Let me check the upper floor. Mostly what we've seen up here is game information, like a record of our journey. Yeah, that hasn't changed. I suppose there could be an item on one of these shelves, because you could easily just walk past without checking each time. Like these little openings where there's no books could hold a key, a coin, a gem, or something else. So I guess you have to be observant. You have to pay attention to each room each time. And I think that's part of the challenge, right? Because like normally you're like, the first time you see something new in a game, you inspect it, sure. But then you're like, okay, I know what that is. I don't need to pay attention anymore. I can just blaze through it and go after something else. Oh, this is new. Ah, this, okay, I thought this was something else. First item checked, car keys. We haven't made any contraptions. Yeah, nothing new here. No broken lever slots. All right, let's go request a book for tomorrow or another day and then move on to the next room. All right, what do we want to request? We've already read Drafting Strategy. Sightseer's Guide to Reddington. Swimbird, The Fixed Stars, History of Arindia, EPCW, Pump System User Manual. Honestly, I think we're going to go for this. I don't even know if have we seen the pump room? We've seen the boiler room. I think the pump room's related to the pool. I don't know that we've seen it yet. But this is probably going to contain some information that we need at some point. In fact, all of these certainly do. But for now, let's get that one. That one's the most interesting to me. All right. So we'll try to get something heading east and west if we can in this next draft. Let's see what's available. All right. Archives is garbage. I really hate it. I don't want to spend this early in the run. I definitely don't want to build that. I don't have a gem for the laundry room, which means I guess we're building the workshop, which, well, no, this is going to be a dead end either way. So I either build the archives and kind of screw myself for the whole run, or I build the workshop. All right, I have no items. I don't know if I want to spend a step to go in here. I don't think we found anything of value in here last time. Maybe some documents or something were in here. Yeah, there was some stuff to read, but I don't think there was anything to pick up. And we don't have any items to use. We might backtrack here at some point. I don't know. We'll find out. So, East Wing was kind of a bust today. Didn't get a lot out of that. That's fine. We can get over here later if we get into the foundation. Let's head west instead now. Okay, so, probably hallway. Closet's a dead end. Bedroom's okay for now, but I'd rather get more benefit out of it later. Yeah, let's go hallway. And then we'll take a quick peek around for items and or anything that might be a lever slot. I don't see anything like that. Let's continue west. All right, here we go. Now, I don't have any gems yet. While drafting in Classroom, you may draw new floor plans one time for each drafting room in your house. I mean, I would like to build this, but I don't have a gem for it. I don't need the coins from the pantry, so we'll go get the gems in the parlor, I think, and then head north. That seems like the play. This gets me 2 gems. All right, let's pick up the key. Oh, look at this. We get the magnifying glass nice and early as well. Very nice. I like that. One thing I'd love to do with the magnifying glass is get the dark room built and then get the power turned on. So we definitely want the utility closet today, or the breaker room rather. We definitely want to build that if we can. There was also a clue about this. Hold on. There was something very interesting about that we had an idea about this last time. Let's see. Where was it? There was something that talked about the boxes. Yeah, to read this is one reason I want to get into the lit dark room with the magnifying glass now that we have it. It was something like the box that's right does not always have the prize. I don't even know if I actually took a screenshot of it or not. There's the vision we had last time. The true box does not always contain the prize. Yeah. Maybe that's not as helpful as I thought it was. Because maybe that's just saying one of the false boxes definitely can contain the prize, which I think we've already seen. All three boxes contain gems. I think that's false, right? Because if we read the rules, only one box has a prize within. The other two are always empty. Okay, yeah. So blue is false. The other two boxes contain gems. That has to be false, which means this one must be true. This box contains gems. All right. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we got 2 gems to work with, no keys. Yeah, it's early on. You need to gather resources, and like getting locked out of a couple of rooms is not great. We have 3 exits north here, so we can afford a dead end here if we have to. Let's take a look at what we draft. All right. I do think storeroom is the way to go here. Speaking of dead ends, closet would be decent if it was. So closet can contain like inventory items, but it's more likely to contain this sort of thing. Like a key and a coin or something. I'd rather lock this in early. All right, one more thing I want to do here in the parlor that I forgot is I want to take a look around and see, is there anything that looks like, anything on the wall that looks like a place where we could slot a broken lever? No, doesn't look like it. All right, let's go in here and grab our goodies. Key. We'll look for broken lever slots in here as well. We got the coin, there's the key. There's the gem. There's still this photo of our little blue doll here. Oh, I guess we can look at it with the magnifying glass, see if there's anything else. Like maybe there is this little divot up here, but I think that's just, yeah, that's just, all right. So there doesn't appear to be anything hidden. All right, fair enough. And nothing that looks like a broken lever slot. So, all right, we're starting to burn through steps, which I'm not happy about. We're doing a lot of backtracking here, but hopefully we'll find some way to mitigate that in the future. Okay, we'd love to have north and, well, we don't really need east. We just need north here. Okay, building the nursery early is valuable. Whenever you draft a bedroom, gain 5. I think we gain 5 right now, too. I can't remember. But let's see. No, we don't gain... Yes, we do. Okay. So that probably makes it worth it to step in here. I think we found items in here before. It's possible, at least. And we can take a peek around. Hey, there we go. There's a free key. Love to see that. There's our book. That was pretty much worth it for the key. 2 steps for a key is a good trade, I think. Plus, having built this means anytime we build a bedroom, we get 5 steps, which is great. That's going to help our exploration for today's build. Okay, so now we only have the 1 exit, which means we have to get a north exit here, or the run is over. All right, so Den ends the run, so does security, unfortunately. We have to go corridor here. All right, let's take a look around. Yeah, nothing unexpected here. Onwards. So we'd love 3 exits, obviously, but ideally we want something heading to the right because that gives us 2 exits over here. Plus we can get into one of the rooms we're very interested in. All right, spare rooms and no for me. Same with Nook. Looks like courtyard is the way to go. Yeah, courtyard's the way to go here. It's going to burn another gem, which we're already running low on, but yeah, I need to build this way. Okay, so 2 things. First, here's the shovel. And we have seen some dirt in and around this place. Second, the fact that that door is keycard locked is troubling. Worthless tin can, not great. Okay. Let's see. By the way, this seems like a potential place for a broken lever slot. As well as more dirt. Wow, okay. Where did we see that dirt? We saw it all the way outside, right? So if we get to the garage today, if we build the garage, we can go back there pretty cheaply and dig up that dirt. I don't see anything else of value. Picking up the shovel is certainly nice, but given how constrained the run is right now, like we can't get out of there without the key card. I don't have the key card right now. Yeah, we're pretty limited right now on exits and such. All right, let's pop in here and take a peek around. At hanging lanterns. Oh, here we go. Okay, found a coin. Not exactly what I wanted, but it's something. There's another dirt pile. A few old coins. Okay, more than one. So an embarrassment of riches that we have nothing to spend on, unfortunately. Let's see. Nothing that looks like a broken lever slot. I've only seen that once in the greenhouse. I don't know where else I'm supposed to find those. Worthless old brick. All right. I dug this, right? No, I didn't. Okay. Pebbles. Wait, I can't dig more than once, right? No. Okay. Good to know that the foundation always has some dirt in it. I guess that's something to keep in mind for when anytime we find the shovel. It's like there's 4 dig spots here. All right. I very much want to see the sketches here. And if possible, I'd like to head south and north to try to get some value out of these blueprints. squares, but let's see what's possible here. All right. Terrace is pretty solid. Green rooms do not cost gems to draft. Den is great for the exits and the gem. Classroom, not so much. Well, we're gonna see this a lot today. I do want to build it at least once. I think we go den here. Terrace is very valuable. But I don't know that we need to... We're trying to do too many other things today. So trying to take advantage of terrace, I think, is probably not... I mean, maybe we draw it. Who knows? For now, let's go den. I want the gem. I want the sketches. I want the exits. All right. So in we come. And what do we have here? Pea pod, bean, something like that. And then... Peak? P and peak. Right. So this is a K. Okay. So we were basically, I'm pretty convinced now that we were correct about this being crack. There's no way to get the C, but it's got to be the K, right? Let's make that bold. Outline that. Okay, that looks good. So, gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. I'm guessing this is, yeah, gates, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. Something... Huh, we're not quite there yet. We're close to understanding this message, but we're not quite there yet. Let me grab my free gem. And then, where did I come in from? Came in from here. All right, so... anything where we could... could this be something where we could put a broken lever? I don't think so. It doesn't look like the other thing that we found where that actually worked. Get the fireplace, the swans... Anything else in here? Doesn't seem like it. I keep missing this upgrade disc though, so I don't know which room it spawns in or which rooms it can spawn in. But I've missed it twice now, so there's got to be something that I'm not seeing somehow. All right, let's head south first. We can afford a dead-end room here if we need it. Let's see what we come up with. All right, so chapel, no point in building that. Pantry, we already have plenty of money. I guess this is where we build our classroom. And this will be a dead end, but we'll get to check it out. Okay. An exact copy of the floor plan used in the architectural design of Reddington Elementary. These copies were deployed in Mount Holly as a short-term solution to allow the curriculum to continue uninterrupted while the new school was being built in town. Okay. So, we have grade 1 here. Okay, there's lots of stuff to figure out. Let's take a look. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So all the letters of the alphabet are there. They are in different colors. And there's a repetition of the colors. There's like a yellow, blue, and purple. Yellow, blue, purple. Yellow, blue, purple. Blue, yellow, blue. This could be a clue, right? This could be something. I'm taking a screenshot. Let's eat the apple. That's free. Can't pick up the steps. Or the chalk, rather. A big-ass globe. Bookshelf. And then we have... Okay, now that's... I mean, that's definitely a clue. The 8 is sideways, making the infinity symbol. And we've got those same colors. That's definitely something. All right. Classroom puzzle. Can you find the difference? This is another hint to the thing we've already figured out. Car and cart. We'll look at the desks in a moment. Okay, here's another important thing. This is for colors. Blue, violet, red, orange, green, yellow. I think that's telling us that those colors matter. I'm not sure. We are in the east wing here. So we're looking out at the east side of the estate. The eastern part of the grounds. Okay. We do have the magnifying glass today, which is nice. All right, I think that's it for the outside of the room. Let's check the inside. So we've got, obviously, this document here. Let's check this out. All right. Benny's color worksheet, B+. Fill in each object below with its correct color. Blue, green, yellow, orange, red, purple. Each color is only used twice, 10 out of 12. So he used red too much and blue too much. So blueprints, purple grapes, green broccoli, red fire hydrant. This is probably supposed to be a green lizard. Orange pumpkin, blue lake. Yellow bananas. So he got the lizard wrong. And he got this flag wrong, right? Because blueprint and blue lake makes sense. So if the lizard was supposed to be green, and he got purple and orange right, what color is this supposed to be? I think this should be green. So green and green, red and red, blue and blue. We have green and green. Yellow and yellow? So the mistakes are this lizard should be green and this flag should be yellow, I think. Which means mountain yellow, hourglass purple, and check orange apparently is right. Okay, this is interesting stuff. This is really cool. I don't know where this comes into play. Let's see what you did. 2 of 12. Yeah, you must really like red. Oh, wait a minute. These names. Caleb. Caleb is the guy who got, like, the author guy who he wrote one of the books we can get, and he's, like, in jail now or something. This was Benny. I think that's Herbert's older brother. What is this? That's Caleb's sheet. Okay. Got 2 more sheets over here. Freddy has a B-. 9 out of 12. Okay. I think we already have some idea of what's what. And then RG. 10 out of 12. Yeah, so the lizard is supposed to be green. All right, if we combine all these, we can easily figure out which colors these 3 symbols are supposed to be, I think. Although I think we got it all from this one, right? So according to this, mountain yellow. So yellow, orange, purple. Yellow, orange. He got this one wrong, and some other ones. Yellow, and then these are swapped. Those are the only 2 that are wrong, right? Yeah, so I believe yellow, orange, purple is what we had from the first one. All right. And then there's another sheet over here. Oh, this is the this is the template or the origin sheet that she made copies of, or he made copies of. I don't know who the teacher was. I think it was she mentioned in the farewell speech thing that we read. Okay. So I don't know where those symbols show up or why the colors matter, but we got a lot of information from this classroom. Now, interestingly, this says grade 1. It's the first one we've built. And it did say there were going to be 8 available. So I wonder if we manage to build a second one if it becomes grade 2. Could be, right? All right. What am I looking for here? Yeah, nothing really until 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rank 7 and 8 and 9. We need some letters. The rest of this we're pretty confident on. All right, what do we want to do here? We've got 3 exits north. Get the shovel and the magnifying glass. All right. Well, for now, let's continue heading up into the east wing. The garage has to be built in the west, so over here, I need this to go left. Which means one of these 2 has to go north to continue the run. All right, let's see what we get. So, building security, we could do that because we have a key card door here. This would cost our last gem, though. Hey, Gorilla Wolf, welcome back to the channel. It is really, really good so far. Really interesting. Very challenging. Very mysterious. And there's a fantastic sense of progress. Every run, I learn something new and uncover something new. So there's no boredom. There's no like, this run didn't really do anything for me and I wasted an hour. Every single run has been really solid. There was one where I got locked out, but even that I learned something new and then I was quickly done with it and moved on to the next run. Anyway, I'm loving it so far. I think we do build security here mainly because of this keycard door. Even though this is going to burn my last gem, hopefully with the shovel and other tools available to us, we can get some more gems later. All right, let me build security here. You know what I just realized? I don't have the key, I don't have the breaker room yet. All right, well. That means I only have 1 exit here from the foundation. Unless, yeah, because I don't have a way to get through here because of the key card. That's the same problem over here at the courtyard. So this is my only exit right now, or I guess this is. All right. We're a little constrained. I think we already ordered something at the commissary, so there's not much to do here. We can check estate inventory. Where did I miss a broken lever? I've been looking everywhere. Are you kidding me? Where did I miss it? How is that possible? I've been being so careful. Oh my god. All right. How is that? How did I miss it? I don't understand. All right, security doors are low. How did I miss a broken lever? Unless it's in this room, and I haven't really done a full find yet. Where the hell would it have been? That's mind-blowing to me. I was so careful. I looked at everything this run. There must be, maybe there's like some sort of a... Where would it be? Library, classroom. Oh, I guess it's in the work. Okay. It's in the workshop. That actually makes sense. I didn't enter. If it's in the workshop, that makes sense. I was trying to save steps, so I didn't go in. All right. If it's in the workshop, that does kind of make sense. So I might want to double back and grab that. But I don't have another good use for the workshop. Okay. All right, so... spare room is okay here. Pantry kills the run, so does dark... Oh, I do want the dark room, though. Yeah, and I need the circuit... I need the breaker room, like, desperately. For right now. Yeah, I think this is actually the play here. This does get me an exit heading west. And I want to get back in here with a magnifying glass. I need to build the breaker room for this to work, though. Will the game backstab and plant levers in rooms you don't enter? I don't think so. No, I think the lever was there when the room spawned. I was trying to save my steps. Every time you cross a threshold, you lose a step. I was trying to save steps, and I didn't think there was anything in there I wanted to do. So I built it from the library here and then didn't enter it to save 2 steps of one to go in and one to come out. But if that's where the lever is, that makes sense. And we can maybe go back there if we get more items. But I think we're going dark room here. And then we're just going to run straight across to the other side. Oh, no. Wait. With the power out, we should be able to get through here. Oh, no. I think the run just ended. Yeah, that's the run. Oh, and I set it to low and everything. That's the run over. I have no more exits I can get out of because I don't have the key card. Oh, that's sucky. That's a crummy run. Let's go see if I was right about the workshop. Yeah, without the key card or the breaker room, I can't progress now. I'm totally stuck. All right, so workshop. There it is. There's the broken lever. Okay. Oh, hold on. This is different. The sheet music is the same, but this time it's an H. Last time it was a T. Okay. Wait, what is this? This wasn't here last time. Foundation? Hold on. This was not here the last time I came here. Maybe the run is not over. Hold on. Ooh, okay. So the workshop... All right, that changes things. Now we got something interesting to see. Okay, all right, game. I see you. I see you taking my disappointment and shoving it in my face and saying, nya, 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 nya. Yeah, I have nothing I have no... Well, I could double check. Shovel plus broken lever? Yeah, it doesn't work. It was the same thing with the... We were able to combine a broken lever with the sledgehammer, I believe. But then we didn't have whatever third part it wanted. Okay, so the run's quasi over, but let's go find out what the elevator in the foundation room does, I guess. Do I need this letter? No. All right. So I just go in a loop here. All right. This just kind of got a little bit more interesting. Run salvaged, even if it's just new knowledge. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So like now I know, for example, that the workshop lets me do that. You know what? I bet the reason that wasn't there last time was because I hadn't built the foundation yet. That must be why. Okay. Well, let's see what this does. Okay, this is new. What? No blueprint. And that's where I need the basement door, the basement key. Okay, all right. That totally makes sense. That totally makes sense. So if I had the basement key from the antechamber, I could open this door. Yeah, it's not going to work with a regular key. Okay, all right. So now we know how that works. Perfect. Elevator call button is locked by electronic key card. Okay, so we know we need the key card in the basement. Okay, yeah, lots of new knowledge. I think the run is still over, but that's actually... Oh, there's the upgrade disc. A floor plan upgrade disc. Insert into one of the estate terminals to permanently upgrade one of your floor plans. I can take this to the security room before the run ends and do something. Oh my God, stuff is getting cool. Ah, that's really awesome. I'm glad. You know what? Now I'm super glad that I didn't, that I checked the estate inventory and it told me that about the broken lever. Because if I hadn't seen that, I wouldn't have bothered. I would have just called it a day. I wouldn't have gone back to the workshop. We're getting so much new information despite the fact that we locked ourselves out of a lot of stuff. All right, so this room is clock and lock. That's a C. I think we already knew that. Yeah, that's a C. So that locks in this final letter here under the foundation. Okay. All right, so upgrade plan. All right, we learned a lot. Very, very cool stuff. Workshop lets me come down under the foundation. I need the key. Well, I don't need the key card. I need the basement key from the antechamber. Maybe this is to call the elevator if you come out of here and get back up. If you don't come down this way. So there must be another way to get into the basement then. Some game designers are wild how they leave breadcrumbs. Yeah, absolutely. This game is this game's really good. Really, really good. It's a slow burn for sure, but the pacing is phenomenal. The mechanics are really engaging and interesting, and the amount of work they've put into this is just stunning. All right, let's go upgrade. Let's go do our permanent upgrade here and find out how this works. Insert disk. Okay. Floor upgrade program. Okay. Storeroom data has been found on this upgrade disk. You will now have the chance to permanently enhance this room to one of 3 different upgraded floor plans. Okay, meta progression. Very nice. An extra key, an extra gem, or 9 extra coins. Coins are less interesting to me. Keys and gems are very interesting. Gems help with drafting rooms, which is great early on. Keys help with the later part of the game. So either one of the first two is good. I'm kind of torn about which I want. Keys are run enders, but gems make runs more interesting. So I think I'm going to go with this upgrade. 2 gems in the storeroom. All right, let's do it. Okay, there we go. And then just to verify. Yeah, we now have everything. And I think that's the run. There's nothing else I can do. Because that's a security door, that's a security door. No other exits available. Yeah, that's the run. Mount Holly Architects College, 4 drafting rooms. You know, there's something I didn't understand about this. It said something about the classroom giving me the ability to draft more floor plans, but... Alright, so that's a kind of a short day 9. If we go into day 10 and get started here, I'm not sure we'll finish this day today. I can save and quit though. All right. So we're back at the entrance hall. Everything's been reset except our knowledge. We now know things that we didn't know before. Let's grab our allowance. Do I want to go out to the outer room? I think I do. I think that's a good place to start every run. Because there's rooms we haven't built here. Let's see what we're going to build today. Any way to increase steps, or is that set in stone? Yes, there are ways to get more steps. Certain rooms can give you steps. You can find items, any food you eat. There's a kitchen and a dining room and stuff. There are ways to get more steps. All right. Ooh. I can't remember. Yeah, I've built the tool shed. I've never built the shrine or the root cellar. We see the root cellar quite often. So it seems pretty common as an option here. I've never seen this shrine before. Make an offering, receive a blessing. I do have my 5 coins of allowance. I don't know if this is good or not, but we're gonna pop in here and see what this is about. There's so many weird things hidden in this game. It starts out seeming so normal, and then you start getting rooms that are like, wait a minute. All right. A sacred silence permeates this candlelit cavern, whose flickering lights add to the holy aura, shining down upon a meditative statue. His stone hands present forth a stone bowl to the devout pilgrim who may wish to make an offering of gold. Yeah, pretty dope. Pretty cool stuff. Definitely taking a screenshot of this. All right. So lots of natural stone, the candles. We can get back behind him, which is kind of interesting. But there's nothing back here. It's kind of thought like maybe if you came behind him, you'd see a message or something, but no. All right. So it seems like the only thing to do is to make the offering. Making an offering of coins may result in the bestowal of a beneficial blessing that will last for several days. Well, let's just put our whole allowance in for today. You've received the blessing of the gardener. Add 8 courtyards to your draft pool. Blessing duration 3 days. Okay. Courtyards are great. Your brain says count the candles, do not give in. No, I don't think we're going to be doing that. Courtyards have 4 exits? 3 exits. Okay, so we got 8 of these added to our draw pool, which is interesting. We still haven't seen 2 of these rooms even. All right. So let's head back in and try again. Yeah. Let's start by heading west today. All right, what do we get? So closet is a dead end, but gets us 2 items. Parlor gets us 2 gems, and Nook gets us a key. I think I'll just go closet here and then try to head back over this way from north. Let's just grab whatever it gives us. Let's see. We get a key and the shovel. Okay, I'll take the shovel. With more courtyards, we may see more dirt mounds as well. It's a nice early pickup. It's not as good as the magnifying glass in my opinion, but it's not bad. All right, we definitely want something heading over to the west here, if we can get it. So the den gets us a gem, I like that, and 2 exits. Yeah, let's grab the den. All right. Take a quick peek around for any extras. I don't think I've ever... I say this every time I come in here, so it's almost... It feels like a certain sure thing to me that there's never going to be anything extra in here. I could be wrong, but it feels that way. All right, we need a west exit here. Let's see. I'd love to build a storeroom, but we got to go hallway. All right. Nothing extra in here. And now, ideally, we'd have something heading south, but it's okay if we don't at this point. Let's see. We've got chapel gives us both directions at the cost of a coin. We don't have any coins anyway, so this is actually okay to build here. Parlor gets us gems, and then we can put a dead end here and then backtrack, but then a lot of this is blocked off until we get to the foundation. Is that okay? Maybe that is okay. Items for sale, we have no money. I think we take the gems here. We've got 2 exits heading east, and then if we make our way to the foundation, we can recover some of this space. Yeah, let's go parlor. All right. There's the coin purse. And let's solve the puzzle. Let's see what it says today. This box is the middle box. That's obviously false. The gems are in the middle box. Not sure if that's false or true. This box is the middle box. Okay, so both of the outside boxes are false. That means this one has to be true. The gems are in the middle box. All right. Okay, and then we can build a dead end here. So whatever we want here. Nook for a key. Pantry for gold. Key or gold? Key or gold? I think key is better than gold. We get kind of a lot of gold. I've seen a lot of gold in the playthrough. Keys are harder to find. Let's take the key. Anything else here? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it to me. All right, so back to the entrance hall here. Or do I want to go... Yeah, no, back to the den. Okay, let's go den first. Okay, there's a courtyard. That's not great. It costs a gem and only gets us one exit. I think I'll go storeroom here and then back to get this stuff and then backtrack to the entrance hall. As long as we get something across, we should be fine. This could be a bad call, but let's see. Yeah, nothing new in here. All right. Okay, last exit for right now. What do we have? Corridor gets us across. Pantry doesn't. Courtyard does. This costs a gem, but it might have dirt in it. I don't think this is the time to build this. I think we save this for another location where we need to. Yeah, I think we go corridor here. Okay. And then here we need something going north. So what do we have? Boudoir gets us north. Coat check's a dead end. Commissary gets us north. And I had requested an item. I don't have any gold right now. Is now the time to build this? We'd have to backtrack once we have money. I did pick up the coin purse, and we have the shovel. We've got 5 gems. Is it worth building this now? We might not see it again if we don't. All right, let's build the commissary. Stag and tag. What was this? Yeah, okay. Magnifying glass for 4. Sleeping mask, running shoes. Sleeping mask is good. Sledgehammer is good. Magnifying glass is good. But I have no money right now. All right. We have to get north here to continue the run at all. So pantry's a run ender. We have to go chapel, looks like. Yeah, have to go chapel. There goes our last coin. Oh, but we pick up a gem, so I'm kind of okay with it. All right. Ideally, we get either a left or a north here. Let's see. Either one's fine. Let's see. Bedroom, not great because we don't have any benefit from it. It just is a free traversal. I think we go pantry here to pick up a little bit more gold. There's an apple. Very nice. Take that. Coins. Is there anything... By the way, Gorilla, if you were asking about step count, I just picked up 2 steps for eating that apple. Anything in here where I could slot a broken lever? It doesn't look like it. I guess I should have looked in the chapel a little bit more closely, but no. All right. So in we go to the foundation. Oh, now this is interesting. This is now permanently lowered. I don't have to build the workshop again. That's a permanent change. Okay, well that's nice. All right, let's make our way to the west now. Okay, bedroom's a no. Coat check's a no. Although, it's not bad. This can rotate? I've never built this. If we can... You know what? This might be worth building. Because we don't really have a need to go back to any of this. I don't need to go to the nook. I don't need to go to the parlor, the hallway, the closet, the entrance hall, the den. Don't need to go to the storeroom. I might need to go to the commissary at some point, but honestly, if I do, I could rotate this back. This does cost 3 gems, but I've never built it. And the idea that I can rotate it is very interesting to me. I want to see what this room is about. I kind of want to get my car keys too, in case we can get over to the west and build the garage. But I don't have the breaker room yet, and this is really interesting. So, all right. It's a little early to be burning this many gems, but let's do it. Let's build the rotunda. So Gorilla Wolf, most things reset during the day. When anything is permanent, the game explicitly tells you, because it's part of your meta progression and it's important for you to understand and know what has changed permanently. There haven't been many things that have changed permanently. The foundation was permanent. The outer room, the gate to the outer room was permanent. And yeah, so the west gate path was permanent. Not the actual room itself, but the west gate path. You can see there's room here for more permanent additions. And then, oh, that's right, I've got Blessing of the Gardener. And then I did an experiment which gave me an allowance. So the first couple of runs I had no coins at the start of the day. Now I get 5 coins at the start of the day, and I can increase that theoretically. All right, so here's the rotunda. A circular chamber with a domed ceiling adorned with an array of mechanical gears. In the center of the room, a stone podium serves as a central pivot point for the chamber's true purpose: rotation. A fitting function for a room named Rotunda, which means clockwise room in Arajon. It's a rare blueprint. Oh yeah, that's cool. So there's not going to be anything else in this room. I understand why. It's too valuable to add more stuff. We want to go west, so let's invoke this. Looks like we need to invoke it twice, I think. And then we might as well get one more for right now. Okay, there's our 2 exits. Oh, even the blueprint changes. Very nice. Okay, let's head west. What do we get? What do we get? Probably, let's see. I don't need courtyard. I'm already burning through my gems here. Chamber of Mirrors. Draft second copies of rooms you already have in your house. So I could get another rotunda. I guess I could get another foundation. Another pantry, chapel, storeroom. Another storeroom would be nice. The rest of this, I don't really care about. So I've never drafted this, and it's interesting. But I don't see the value in it right now. I've never built the laundry room, but that's a dead end if I build it. Both of these are dead ends. The courtyard has 1 exit north, which gives me 3 exits north. I guess I could see what this is. And then I have 2 exits north here. We can try to go west again. You know what? Oh, wait a minute. Rotate floor plans. Since when can I do this? Is that because I built this rotunda? Hold on. So wait a minute. I can rotate the courtyard? Wait, what did that do? Oh, now this is going west. Now it's going west and north. Oh, that's fantastic. Maybe I can only do that in here. Now the courtyard's worth building. Cost me a gem, but it could have dirt in it, and we have the shovel, so I might... Wait, did I have the shovel? Well, regardless. Now that's really interesting. So wait. Oh, wait. Can rotate. Can I do that anytime I'm drafting because of this room, or only in this room? Hold on, we're gonna have to find out. If I can do that anywhere, that's huge. Okay, we picked up the sledgehammer. Yeah, we do have the shovel and the sledgehammer. Interesting, interesting. Let's dig for gems. Give me a gem. I spent a gem on this room. No, I don't want coins. I don't want coins. I want gems and keys. Give me gems and keys. There's a brick. Okay. Well, that's not great. Okay, let's go to the west side. West Wing Hall, very nice pickup. Okay, yeah, I cannot rotate here. So it's only in the rotunda that I can rotate, but still, that's incredible. This is free traversal. And I'd rather build the West Wing Hall somewhere else. I also don't want to spend a gem on the courtyard, so let's go... This is heading north, right? Yeah, let's go bedroom here. Let's pop inside, take a peek around for any goodies secreted or squirreled away. Yeah, I'm not seeing... Oh! There's a key. I'll take that. Thank you very much. Okay. Now we head north. All right. Okay. Only got one gem. Utility closet is good, especially early. And we've got plenty of other exits. I'm going to go ahead and build this here. We're going to build the utility closet here. And we're going to make some changes, right? So now I want to get the dark room built, and I want the garage built, and I need my coat check. Or to find the spare keys somewhere else. We still don't really understand. Let's take key cards off. Still don't understand the vac indicators. I'll just mess with them a little bit so that they do something. We'll turn the gym off. We'll turn the garage on. And if we build the dark room, we'll have to backtrack here, but okay. This is shaping up to be a decent run if I can get a couple more things that I want. I need more gems right now. All right, let's head north. What do we get here? Never built the planetarium before. And calling it a day here gains me 2 stars, which is interesting. I could go back to the rotunda and build from that exit. And in the worst case, I can get back into the foundation, go north from there. The rotunda lets me rotate, so feels like I have pretty good options for this block. I think I will build a planetarium here and check it out. This is my first time building it. We'll try to end the day here. Oh, okay, cool. All right. A circular theater featuring a dome-shaped projection screen upon which scenes of the stars and galaxies allow viewers to experience the splendor of the heavens. Yeah, this looks pretty similar to other planetariums that I've been in. Nothing on the seats. No. Oh, wait, there is something. Hold on. Star schedule. Oh, now this is interesting. Today is day 10, I think. Survey of constellations observed at the Mount Holly Observatory. Oh, there's combinations here based on... I'm not sure if this is the day or the number of stars you have. Because we've seen the North Star, the Twins, the Slice, and Diamondus Major. And we've seen the Southern Cross. So if we get to 6, we see the... Okay. So the more stars you collect, the more amazing benefits you get. And then we have other notable night skies observed. 29. First appearance of both Diamondus Major and Minor and Major in the same sky. 40. 7 different constellations observed in a single night. And 50 new constellations spotted. Wow. Okay. So we want to try to end the run in this room if we can, to call it a day here, to gain the +2 stars. We've got a total of 5 right now. All right, back to the rotunda we go. Half our steps are gone, so we need to start thinking about getting more steps. Okay, so we have rotation available. We could rotate the library 3 times, I guess. I can't afford the passageway, so that's a dead end. And I requested a book yesterday, so yeah. All right, so I believe this rotates it clockwise 90 degrees. Let's see. No, that did a... Okay. Oh, I see. It'll always match up at least one of the entrances with the current exit. But that works just fine. Have I played Outer Wilds? Yes, I have. Fantastic game. Another... You know what? This game is a lot slower than that game, but it's the same... It's the same feeling of mystery crossed with exploration and like gradually uncovering knowledge. Like if I had all the knowledge I needed, like you could definitely beat this game really quickly if you knew everything that you'd learn in the first playthrough, I think. There's some meta progression blockage that would slow you down, but still, it's that same feeling of like knowledge gates, mystery, and exploration. For sure, for sure. Anything extra in here? Not seeing it. Here's the book we requested. And I guess we're going to take a minute to read this and we'll see who else checked it out. All right. Instruction manuals, EPCW pump system user manual. This has been checked out twice before in '87, so 6 years ago, by Gene Ribbon and Paul Withers. I don't recognize either of those names. Here we go. Pool Series 8. The EPCW pump system is engineered specifically for the luxury requirements of today's indoor in-ground swimming pool and spa. The EPCW system is also expandable, allowing you to use multiple pumps to control the water flow and volume to several different designated tanks and aquatic house features, be it an aquarium, fountain, or a good old-fashioned swimming pool. All right, we've got water level indicators, selection buttons, source labels. All that makes sense. Whether you're using a single tank system or an array of pumps, the water control panel serves as a central hub to your EPCW system. The panel is fitted with a number of buttons equal to your own home's needs, one button for each different water source on the estate. The function is simple. Press a button to select the water source you would like to adjust. For example, if you wish to drain or fill your pool, simply press the button labeled Pool. Regardless of the number of pumps or water sources being used, water can only be adjusted from a source if its corresponding button is selected. After you've selected a source using the water control panel, the next step is to set the pump associated with that source to pump either in or out. This will initiate water flow to or from one of your supply tanks. So the upper gasket goes to the tank, the lower gasket or pipe goes to the selected source, and then there's the pump lever here. A pump may be connected to more than one tank, allowing you to store and retrieve even more water, recommended for cleaning larger Olympic-sized pools. The tank switch. In these cases, the tank a pump is using can be changed by a simple flip of a switch. So, yeah, this is going this way, that's going that way. That kind of makes sense. Quick start guide. Use water control panel to select water source. Use pump lever to set water flow direction. Okay. So probably I could have figured all that out on my own, but maybe there's some more information there that I didn't recognize just now. It's possible. All right. So we got to go out now, and we need exits here. 2 exits would be great. 3 would be amazing. Let's find out what we pick up. By the way, I suppose I should be looking around for dirt, since I have the shovel. Yeah, no dirt. Okay. All right, we'll burn a key to open this. Let's see what we get. All right, so code check's a room ender. Unfortunately, we can't do that. Boiler room is solid. Costs our last gem. Might be worth building, though. So the way it's set up, power will be flowing north and east, I guess. If I'm spending a gem, I'd rather get 2 exits than 1. All right. Yeah, we're coming close. We're riding the edge here in terms of being able to continue, but let's build the boiler room. Now we're out of gems, so let's hope we find some more soon. All right, last time we were here, we had to do a bunch of stuff. Seems like we might need to do that again. No, everything's in the state I left it in last time. Okay, so everything still works. That's something. Everything's still pretty much the way I left it. So the progress we made in this room has become permanent. I found a key. I like that, but I'd love to find a gem instead. Let's see what we get. All right, so we have an exit here to the north. I think I should draft this first before we head east, just to make sure we get the exit we want. All right, so security's probably the way to go. I can't build it because I don't have the gem. Shit. Excuse my language. Shoot. What? No, I get free gems anytime I want them, right? That's how the game works? All right, so these are kind of crummy. Both of these are awful. I guess I'm better off taking the spare room for now. That lets me continue to some degree. All right, so I'm not going in there. Not yet. Is this... So wait, this is the boiler room. Yeah, I still don't... I don't think this is the pump. This, no, you can't build the pump until you build the pool. So this is something else. Like, it's dark in here. And I don't know what this does. All right, I pushed the activate button. So that's going down there. All right. Oh, wait, let me flip that over there. Oh, okay. Now we got some power. Hold on, there's more here than I've figured out, apparently. What happens if I slide this now? Huh. Still don't really understand what's going on. That would have been power to this door. Okay, all right, so if I want to get out of there, that's one thing. All right, well, we got to mess around with this a little bit to continue, so let's see what we can figure out. You're coming down here. So we want you to, what, go up? Okay, and then now the problem is I can't go up to see that. So how else do I get... Does that... I can't see from here if that did what I thought it would do. You're also coming this way. How am I gonna get power to get up to the... Oh, I get it. I need to open that up now. Okay. Which is the one that extends the... What is that thing? No, I don't need that. I need this. There we go. Okay. That lets me go across. And so now I should be able to see 2 sets of power coming in here? 3 sets. Okay. So now this is powered on. Now what do I do? Oh. So it's sending power north. Okay. Or rather, it's sending power east. Okay, so that's how you... So you have... So the boiler room can power certain buildings. Or certain rooms. And so it looks like I need to choose one of the ones... It looks like I need to choose something. I can either send it... I can send it one of two ways, it looks like. Or no, one of three ways. Hold on. Put it in the middle. Yeah, alright, so I can choose which way power flows. Right now it's heading north. But if I go into this, if I go into the spare room, does it have a... Does it have a grate across the top? I'm not sure exactly how this works. So if we've read somewhere that there are certain rooms that can take power from the boiler, like the lab, I think, and some other stuff. But like I think it was implied that they have to have like a shaft across the ceiling for the steam to carry it. Certain rooms will act as a conduit. I don't know if the spare room here works that way. I haven't really been looking at the ceilings. All right, well, we want to go out this door, so I need to power this on. This is a very complicated room, for sure. If I swap this over, what happens? Power continues, even though I've made the, like, primer line go over here. All right. And some of the changes I've made in this room have been permanent. So that may or may not continue. All right, so we need one more thing, one more primer line over here. I need to connect across this. Yeah, both of those are on now. Okay. And this is on. What is this? What is this? What is this doing? Oh, look at that. There's little symbols on here. There's like a pattern. Hold up. There's a pattern of like the grids have certain like Tetramino type shapes. Is there anything on the other side of this? No. I don't know what to make of that. Where are those going? They're going like up into the ceiling and they're coming from, I don't know. I really don't know what to make of that. 3, 3, 4, 2. Like, am I supposed to try to be taking, I guess I'm going to take some screenshots of this, but I don't know if it repeats or not. Did it just glitch? I feel like it glitched there. Okay, that was like the start of a sequence. Yeah, it's like glitching or something. All right, I took a couple screenshots there, but I don't know what that is yet or what we're supposed to do with it. Okay, we got a lot out of this room today. This is not where I want to be. Oh, the gate, the cross path closed. Okay. So maybe that's not what I want running. I need... So I needed to cross to light it up, but I think I need it the other way. Need it like that. That does open those. But then I need this one and that one. I need both of these. Okay, so if both of those pipes are on, the only place I can get power from is this line. Which... I don't know if that's working or not. Yeah, okay, that works. No, it doesn't. Wait, what? I has a confuse. Oh, maybe I now need the elevator back. So can I do that? Does that work? Oh. So one wasn't enough to open it, but I guess one is enough to keep it open once it's opened. I don't know. Whatever. Let's see. What do we got here? Dark room. Could work. I don't have the magnifying glass today, so it's not super important. Boudoir gets us heading north. I don't have any other room benefits for bedrooms right now. Billiards room is a dead end. We do have the utility closet. I just don't have the magnifying glass. And I'm low on steps too. I don't have it, right? Yeah, I don't have it. All right, so now the question is, do I want to go all the way back to the utility closet to turn this on? I'd have to go through the rotunda courtyard closet. That's like 10 steps. I don't know if I want to do that. Without the magnifying glass, it doesn't make any sense. I'm out of gems, too. Man, runs are tough. We have no idea what any of this is, so let's just build one. See what we get. Oh, that's terrible. The furnace. More likely to draw red rooms while drafting. That's such a bad draw. I'm pretty sure there's nothing in here. There could be something I could dig. Do I want to... I don't think I want to go in there. It's a red room. It's a like penalty room. Unless you find something you can't see in the dark. No, the red rooms are pretty much bad rooms. They're all penalty rooms. All right, so this is our only exit right now. Guess we'll burn a key to take a look in here. Ooh, all of this is terrible. Gymnasium's the least bad, I guess. Can't build the locksmith. Maid's chamber is terrible. Gymnasium's bad, but not the worst ever. Oh, we did turn off the power here, so that's something. We haven't built security yet, so we can't get through there. Yikes. Yikes on bikes. Do I have this this letter here? What is this? This is rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I already have this. Okay. Boy. A second kind of a rough run here. Dining room. Once we reach rank 8, there'll be food here for steps. That's actually pretty solid. I can't build the office anyway, so let's go dining room. You've never heard yikes on bikes before? For little kids, you could say yikes on trikes. And I guess if you're in Holland, you could say yikes on dikes. But that one has the possibility to be misinterpreted by somebody, so I avoid that one. What else would there be? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Yikes on pikes, like for medieval style? U, R, S, T. I guess tykes means little kids, but that doesn't really work. U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Yeah, it's mostly yikes on bikes for me. Flan and fan. We're in rank 7 here, but I think we already knew this was an F. No, maybe not. Hold on. What are we on? We're on rank 7, room 4. And it's flan and fan. So L. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I have been here and I already knew about the L. Okay. What do we want to do? We want to go west. We'd love to get heading south from here. Thank you very much. But if we reach rank 8, then suddenly there's food in the dining room, so that's okay as well. I wish I could build the aquarium. I don't have a gem. The aquarium would be perfect here. So would the observatory. I can't re-roll, like, the only thing I can build is the bunk room. Now, there could be a gem in there, but it's not a guarantee. So let's see if we can build something better over here. Billiard room gets us keys and the ability to build here. Lavatory's trash, can't afford the attic, so we gotta go billiard room. And with that, unless I get a key card or the security office, run is over again. All right, well, we can go to the planetarium and end our day there for 2 stars, I guess. What is this? Frame? Plane? Window? Plane? What is this letter? Fly? What is this one? Fly and... I don't know what that is. What is that supposed to be? It looks like a broken window. Oh, pane. Pane and plane. Window, pane, and plane. Okay. So this is a letter L, this room. Where are we? Rank 7, room 5? Should be L. Okay. Let's get that. At least you know, you get a little something every run, no matter what, which is kind of amazing, honestly. Apparently I'm using a different font or whatever, but okay. So gems, key card. We'll solve you in a second. Yeah, nothing good. Nothing good over here. Man, there's so many things I want to find and do right now, and the runs are just not letting me at the moment. All right, let's solve our puzzle here. 17... I think this is multiply, so 10 times 2 is 20, right? 15 minus 7 is 8. Divided by 4 should be 2. 16 minus 6 is 10. Times 20 is 200, divided by 10 is 20, right? There we go. So, it seems like gems are definitely the limiting factor for me a lot of the time. Yeah. So our only functional exit right now is from the gymnasium, which is a key card door. So unless we find the key card or draft the, and I can't draft the security room anyway because I don't have a gem. So the run is basically over. Let's see what we get. Boudoir, maid's chamber. Yeah. I don't see the key card being in here. I mean, I guess it could. There's another key. There's the safe. I guess we could try cracking that since we're here. I wonder now, why is this here? The safe was a Christmas present. So what if we know that we've seen that the safes are supposedly have something to do with dates? What if this is just 12/25? I guess it's worth a shot. $12.25. Ooh, nice. Okay, the Christmas safe, got it. There's a gem. Too late, but okay. Is that really all that's in there? A gem and whatever this is? The number 4 on a red card. Oh, and there's more. Herbert, I was distraught to learn that you have chosen to omit the details of our dear Marian's disappearance from the public record. It's no surprise to me that the royal court would want this embarrassment kept as quiet as possible, but I'm shocked that you have so little regard for your niece that you would play the king's scullion and stoop to kissing the foot that treads upon her memory. She gave up her family, her fortune, and her life, and all you can do is think of your name. Having never had a family name nor fortune of my own, I cannot personally condemn you for faltering in your commitment to make the same sacrifices she did. But for the love of God, do not, by that same display of weakness, clutch your petty assets so tightly that you undermine the cause that she forfeited everything to further. Our countrymen must be made aware of the price she paid and must be made to see the color of the flag she flew as she rode into the darkness of 100 nights. To deny her story is to deny her life. If through your silence you bless this betrayal, our son, Simon, your heir, will inherit a fortune of lies and will spit upon your grave when he learns of your cursed foolishness. Needless to say, we will not be coming for Christmas this year. Daniel. Wow. Okay. Some family business going down there. Huh. Okay. I didn't go into the bunk room. We have no exits, so the run is over. I don't think there could be anything in there that I would need. We never reached rank 8, so we're not getting any food in the dining room. So really, I just want to get to the planetarium now if I have the steps for it. So I'll go gymnasium, spare room, boiler room, library. No. I go billiard room, dining room. Right, okay. Billiard room, dining room. Gymnasium, spare room. Oh, did I get the... Yeah. I got everything. Okay. Boiler room, right into the library. Man, this game is difficult and intense and really, really fascinating. What a cool game. Yeah, nothing else I can get out of the rotunda. No exits. Okay. Wait a minute. Didn't I turn power to the key cards off? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might have just made a mistake because I did build the utility closet. What is this little envelope here? I might have been able to go out of this exit, honestly. But with only 8 steps left, I can choose to double check whether I'm right about that. No, I never built the security office, that's why. I never built the security office, so unpowered doors are still locked. Right, yeah, the run is over. Okay. Alright, let's just call it a day in the planetarium and get our 2 stars, and I guess that's what we're doing today. Alright, man. This game is really, really cool. It's also really hard. It's also really hard. Alright. So, today we built a prosaic villa. 28 rooms, rank 7 reached, took 50 steps, found 3 items, and built 3 new rooms. The shrine and the rotunda were new. What else? What else was new? I don't really remember. Anyway, those 2 days, so day 9 and day 10 complete. We keep uncovering more and getting little hints and bits and pieces, but we don't know everything, and it's driving me nuts. And clearly, this is a game that takes an investment to beat. This is not something you can just kind of like half-ass your way through. You gotta pay attention. Some runs it'd be like that. Yeah, we powered up the boiler, exactly. Yeah, we learned some more about the boiler. Got to see the planetarium. So overall, 2 good runs. Nothing... Well, no, actually, getting the door to the basement was kind of amazing. All right, so 2 pretty solid runs. I didn't achieve the objectives I wanted, but I achieved objectives I didn't know I wanted. So I guess that's good. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's stream. Gorilla Wolf, thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciated you being here and chatting with me a little bit. To anybody watching the VOD in the future, hope you enjoyed as well. Do appreciate you guys. Never want to take you for granted. You're the viewers that I do this for, and I hope you had fun watching my video. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, take care. Bye.